Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ife and today I'm going to be showing you how I made the cinnamon fish pie. Now this pie is so tasty and really yummy, and it's kind of crunchy but the inside is really fluffy. The ingredients: I've got my mackerel, butter, egg, my carrot, onion. Well, I'm going to list all the ingredients in the description box below so you can just check it out. Again, I cut my fish and I rinse it, and then I'm just going to be seasoning it with some spices. You can use whichever spice you prefer. So I'm just going to rub this in, and then I'm going to place it in the oven for it to grill until it's fully cooked. It is done. I go ahead and chop all my vegetables, as the onions and the carrot. And I create a hole at the center of my flour, and then I'm going to be adding the butter room temperature, as well as some brown sugar, my cinnamon, and then I'm just going to mix it all up. I'm going to mix it until it forms like a breadcrumbs texture. I whisk the egg and I'm going to pour it into the flour mixture, and then I'll mix it all together again. In the egg in thoroughly, I'm going to add a dash of water, cold water, and then I'm going to mix it thoroughly again. Mixing this, it became kind of tricky, so I just ditched the wooden spatula, and then I dipped my hand in flour, and then I'm going to be using my hands to knead the dough thoroughly. While kneading it, it could get so sticky and stick to your hand, so all you need to do is just to dip your hands in more flour. You don't want to add flour to the mixture now, because you don't want a really thick dough. The dough is taking shape. I'm going to leave it in the bowl. I'm going to just cover it with a cling film and put it in the fridge for 45 minutes. Taking out the fish from the oven, I just debone it and set it aside. Next, I put my chopped onions and ginger and garlic in a pan with some cooking oil, and then I'm just going to let it fry for a bit. And then I add the deboned fish. I stir it together. Stirring it together, I then add the chopped carrot as well. You should bear in mind that all this is done on low to medium heat. It just keeps stir frying it. You don't want to overcook it. And after this, I'm going to be adding my spice and seasoning, and then I stir it together and let it cook for a bit. I add my spring onions, and then I stir it, and then I just turn off the cooker, and then I leave it there and allow it to cool down. By now my dough is ready, so I just sprinkle some flour on my working surface and the rolling pin, and then I'm going to roll out the dough. I'm going to roll it out until it's really flat, and then I'm going to cut the edges and roll it out again to a desired shape. Cutting it into square-like shape, I then add my filling, which is already cooled down by now, and then I am going to close it with my hands before using a fork to seal it properly. Putting your fillings, you want to put it in the middle as close as possible. You don't want it to be at the edges so it doesn't spill. Yeah, and then I'm gonna cut off the excess, that's the excess edges before closing it. Yeah, I forgot to mention that. After closing it with the fork, I'm just gonna repeat the whole process again until I've exhausted all the dough. placed all the pie on a baking sheet, I'm gonna apply some egg wash on it. The egg wash is simply egg and some liquid milk, and then I'm just gonna brush it on top of the pies before I put it in the oven for it to bake for about 35 to 40 minutes at 350 degrees. It's done. You can place it on a rack for it to cool down before eating it. Now this is how I make my salmon fish pie. Now trust me, this pie is so delicious and it's really easy to make, and I'm pretty sure you get it right if you follow it step by step. I hope you've enjoyed watching this video. Please do follow my page on Instagram. It's at ifes_kitchen, because I post some amazing recipes on Reels over there. And you can also subscribe if you haven't. I would really love that. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, I remain your girl, Ife. Bye.